Welcome to Right at Home with Karen Wright. I'm Karen Wright. Today I have Bryon Howe. He is the head chef at Landmark Cafe and Grill right here in Lucedale. One of my very, very favorite restaurants to come to. And we were invited to come cook a meal with you.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to just get right in there. What we're cooking is what?
Let's do it. We're gonna do our Cajun seafood pasta.
Okay.
So we'll make our crawfish sauce basically, and then I figured if we're already gonna make crawfish sauce, we might as well do the redfish too. So we're just gonna come up with a whole little medley of dishes, I think.
Oh, that's my very favorite sauce that y'all have.
It's the most
awesome.
popular.
It is.
I make a lot of that every week. That's definitely the big seller of everything.
Awesome. Let's get started.
All right, girlfriend. Do you want to do some stuff, or do you want me to do it all?
I do.
All right.
I want to get in
So
there.
we'll start. Let's get some butter going.
Okay.
If you don't mind, what we'll do, we need to chop up those mushrooms. So if you don't mind that.
Okay. Thin or?
I mean, this is our sauce, right? It's whatever we want it to be. I like them thin, but you
How's
know.
that? That's a sharp knob.
That's good, yeah.
I hope I don't cut myself.
No, you're 100% fine. We got band-aids.
How many of these are I doing?
I would say most of those, and if you need me to, I can zip through them too. That's no problem.
I got it. I got it. Oh, so you're really professional like that?
Yeah, just watch your fingertips.
When I get that far?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, let's see how you can do it. If you can do it faster than me, we might let you do it.
Yeah, we could be done here in just a second.
There you go.
So this is fun.
I didn't do too bad.
No, you're fine. You saw, it's one of those things, it's a reps thing, right? If you cut a few thousand of them, you learn how to not get your fingertip in the mix.
Have you ever got your fingertip?
I've cut my fingertip completely off in here. Yeah, like one time I was cutting a bunch of celery and looked down and my fingertip was left on the cutting board. Like the imprint of my finger was just like cut completely off. That's probably the worst one I've ever got here, but it's not.
Don't do that today.
No. All right, so now once we get our butter melted, it becomes pretty easy. We'll start adding in some of our onions. Normally we would have pretty tight recipes for all this, but today we're gonna eyeball and make a mess. So a little bit of onion, a little bit of bell pepper. And then we're gonna go with a good bit of our mushroom here.
This too?
No, that's probably
okay.
enough. Get a few of our crawfish tails in the mix. And this can really, you can flavor this thing however you want to. When I'm at home, I like to add a bunch of jalapeno to it. It gets a lot more spicy, which is why we don't do it here. But and then what we'll do at this point is just kind of cook this down.
Man, that smells amazing.
All right, so then what I like to do, we're going to add some blackening seasoning. Might have to add a little bit more. We'll start with that. A couple of bay leaves. And like any good southern recipe, a bunch of hot sauce. All right, give that a stir. So at this point, what you want to do, you want to really give this some time to get to know each other. You want to let the vegetables soften. You want to let the crawfish and the vegetables combine and the butter.
Is that where the flavor comes from?
It is. You don't want, if you rush it at this point, you end up with, I mean, it's good, right? It's going to be good, but the character development you get for an extra 10 minutes of letting it simmer is everything with this. So you'll watch, this was a full pot when we got started, right?
Right.
So by the time we go to add anything else to this, it'll have reduced by probably half. We'll end up with probably that much sauce total. So yeah, now this has been going about 10 minutes.
It did shrink, right?
Yeah. And honestly, we could keep going, right? If you had time, you're just killing time at the house, dinner's not for a couple hours, heck, you're not in a hurry at this point, right? Let that keep going. Until you add flour to it, it's not going to scorch. So you just keep the heat low and you just kind of it's just going to keep developing.
Looks amazing.
Typically for the restaurant, this is about the place I would take it. Maybe a little further, but this is pretty good. But you see, everything's kind of softened up. Those
and it'll
mushrooms.
Keep cooking when you finish it.
Oh
anyway,
yeah, we still got stuff to add. Yeah, we ain't got to a sauce yet. So next thing we got to do is we got to thicken it up because it's still pretty oily right now. So what we'll do, not quite on that, we'll add a little of this first. Let's see, let's try about that much. Give that a stir. At this point, we're going to kill the heat just about it. Be careful because it'll slosh on you now. What we want is kind of like a thick paste out of this.
Oh yeah.
It's going to need a little bit more. Try that.
Oh wow.
Okay. Yeah. It's going to get worse before it gets better. It's at this phase you might think I've messed up. No, you're good.
No, it's like kneading dough now.
Yeah.
It's thick.
All right. So then what we do to make it not so thick anymore is we're going to add a little heavy cream to it. This is like a staple. All right. Try giving that a little mix to see where we are.
Heavy cream makes everything delicious.
Oh, dude, that's a cheat code.
Yeah, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
We might need a bigger pot.
Yeah. I put some over some chicken thighs the other day, and like it just made its own gravy, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I made a mess.
You
Sorry.
good, girl. Again, it'll get worse before it gets better. All right. Now add a little bit there.
All of it?
I wouldn't say all of it. It may end up taking all of it, but we'll see. We're just kind of winging it at this point.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, hit it with some more. That's all of it. Okay, yeah, cool. That's going to take us somewhere to where we want to be. That's pretty good. There. A lot better.
Nice. It's a good consistency. That's good.
Now at this point, you're kind of like done. I like to bring it back to a simmer, you know, make sure everything's nice and getting to know each other, but we're not really cooking it too much at this point.
Just simmer.
This will continue to thicken too. It could be that we have to add a little bit of cream before we plate.
Right.
But I like for it to be a little thick at first, and knowing you can always kind of bring it back later. When it's watery, it's really hard to work with.
Right.
All right, so I think we're pretty much good to set this aside. So we'll slide this out of the way. We'll bring our water pot here, get it going. If you don't mind adding a little bit of salt to that, probably about half of that.
Half of that.
I like the water pretty salty. Okay, so that gives us our crawfish sauce. This will be for pasta. And we need to prep our redfish.
Redfish.
Yeah, that'll be the next thing. So what you'll do is you're going to season it with this. I like the 3-finger pinch thing, but honestly, whatever feels good to you. The thing here is you just want it like even, right? Like you want a solid like coating of seasoning all the way around. You don't want it to be like piled up.
Do I need to push it in?
No.
Nope.
You don't want to do that, but I'll show you what you will do.
Okay.
Pushing it in kind of changes the texture.
Okay.
And that's whether you're doing a rack of ribs or you're doing, I don't ever like to like massage seasonings into the meat. It tightens it up in a way that I don't like. So what you do instead is you just completely cover it like that, right? And then you just kind of pick it up and shake the excess off, and bam. Now that's exactly what you want.
Just do
Whatever.
one side.
That's it.
Okay.
Because it's thin. Now, if it was like this thick, we would definitely do both sides. But because that's a thin piece and that seasoning's pretty strong,
Right.
you don't want to like it to be too salty or
Overpower it.
spicy. Yeah. Let's do Cajun seafood pasta first.
Okay.
Because we're already set up here, right?
All right.
So what you'll do is you'll add your pasta here, just kind of into the pot.
Break it or no?
No, never. All right, pasta goes in. Highly, highly key. You want to like stir the pasta.
Okay.
It will stick all over. Let's get that going. This is angel hair, so it's going to cook up pretty quick. We're not going to cook that for more than probably 2 minutes. Then we're going to go ahead and put some of our sauce in a pan here. Then we're going to wait to add heat.
We're just waiting for the pasta to get
Yeah,
ready.
so what we'll do is basically when this pasta is almost done, we'll take some of this starchy water and then add it to this pan and kind of thin that out because it's super, super like thick at this point. So we thin that out with starchy water, and that allows everything to bind up better once you add it to the pan. Now normally we would add some shrimp to this too, if we're on the other side. I don't really have that kind of stuff on hand right now. But normally we would start this dish with shrimp. So we would do a little oil in the pan. We would add blackened shrimp, cook. Then the sauce, then the pasta, right?
But you could do anything. You could just change
chicken,
it up.
crab,
chicken.
lobster. Like there's really no which way that you can't go with it. Which is why I like the sauce. It's kind of like when you talk about what you want to highlight. It's like I like this because you can make so many things. Have you ever had the Creole chicken here?
Yes.
We use it for the Creole chicken. Okay. It's like it just one of those like base sauces that you can make into so many other things.
So you can make it even without the crawfish, just the vegetables.
100%. 100%. It would have a different taste, but one of my favorite versions of this is done with blue crab versus that to me is one of those things that I could eat.
As long as you don't have to pick those out yourself. Right?
Nah, you just get that. Go ahead and buy a battery, they'll lump it out for you. Hit this with a little bit of this water, kind of thin it out. It's pretty good. And you see that almost gets watery at that point, right? But because you're using the pasta water versus just like tap water, the starch coming from the pasta is like everything. We actually, for our cooks, we don't even use this. We use the macaroni water, right? Okay. So this is like a pro tip. If you're ever cooking macaroni at home, it puts off a ton of starch. So you can save that water, and it's like glue, dude. Like you can glue any sauce back together with that stuff. It's like having a superpower.
So it doesn't matter if that's way too thick anyway. It's going to get thinned out a little bit. So.
You would way rather it be too thick than too thin. I'm going to struggle to get all these out of here. Tell you what, give that a shake. I've got a tool for that. All right, coming back in. And get the rest of these noodles out of here.
Can I turn this on?
Yeah, you can. You can at this point. That's fine. All right. Call that good enough. Take this out of the way. Just watch that. It's hot. At this point, we're bringing this together.
Looks delicious.
So at this point, our pasta is still undercooked, right? Like it's not necessarily ready to rock and roll. Like if you eat this, it would be a little crunchy. But you always want to do that when you're making pasta so that you can get this step. If you cook your pasta to the point that it's totally done before you add it to your sauce,
it's probably not going to season it right?
Well,
it's still cooking. Those sauce also.
For sure that. But with the overcooked pasta, you end up with this mushy kind of falling apart mess that you don't want. Yeah. And you really want to give this at least 2 to 4 minutes in this pan because it binds in a way that it never will again, right? Like it's never going to like soak up and get to know each other in a bowl the same way it will in the pan.
I learned my lesson that you don't cook pasta in cold water.
No.
I learned my lesson on vacation. I had cooked a big pot of spaghetti, and I'm like, I'm just going to cook the pasta in the cold water and go ahead and do what I need to do, but you don't do that.
No, pasta is one of those things. I would love to open up just a pasta restaurant just because I love pasta so much. But it is honestly, like, it's deceptively tricky. Like, it's one of those things that on its face, it's super simple. But, like, when you get into the nitty gritty of it and you really want to make, like, really good pasta, like, I don't know if you've ever been to, like, a restaurant that serves, like, that really focuses on pasta. But it's a different thing. Like you've eaten a lot of bad pasta in your life, you learn.
Yeah.
We're getting very, very close to this being nice. But you see how silky it is, right? Like, and that's the combination of the starchy water. Like that's, and it's not
the
nearly.
Starch that came out of the pasta.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because most people would like drain it and stuff, but you
drain it, and some people would even wash it to get all that off. It's like that.
I've done that.
Yeah, you don't.
I not do that?
No. Really, like if you're not constrained by time or something else, you really want to time it out so that your pasta's coming right out of the pot, undercooked, right into the pan, right?
Okay.
So that you can get that like. By the time that you blanch it, and then you go, but you never really get back to the same place. What we have to do for the restaurant, because we deal in bulk, they can't cook pasta. They don't have that flow. So we have to pre-cook and blanch it, but we save all that pasta water so that they can add it back as they go. And we're good at this point, right? So this is a done deal. So now we'll take our bowl, give everything, make sure we're nice and clean. kind of give it this helps get it turned. Then you can go right out, give the bowl a spin. Now from here, if we weren't just kind of doing a tester, I'd add Parmesan cheese. We would top this with shrimp, parsley, and you could really get crazy with this one. I mean, there's really nothing that you can't add to it. This has been a day one thing that it'll be on this menu forever. We'll never get rid of that. The only thing difference between this and what we would serve at the day-to-day restaurant is we would have blackened shrimp in this too. Right. Which we would have done today if I would have had, this stuff. But so the cool thing, my favorite thing about this sauce though, is like that's just one thing, right? Like we get rid of this stuff. Kick this over here.
We're gonna do the redfish.
Yeah, we'll do redfish the same way, right? So you just, let's see, we've already got a redfish here. Now, blackened redfish, you want to start with a hot pan. You can't, I would love to have a cast iron pan. Now, I will say if I'm at home and I have cast iron, I'm definitely going to use not an aluminum pan. But, in a restaurant, this is kind of what we use for everything. Now, the cooks here, they have a big flat top grill, which kind of works the same way, so they'll cook them all on a flat top. This is the old school way, though. Yeah. So we'll add a little bit of oil to this. And once we figure this is like pretty hot, we'll add our fish to it. Because what you want is blackened redfish really kind of like speaks to that. Like you kind of want it to almost burn on that front half.
Have a good sear on it.
Like almost more than that though. Like you really want to go pretty far with it. If you go down to Louisiana and watch how those dudes blacken stuff, I mean, they blacken stuff. But it's like, that's the flavor development. That's what you want. If you don't get that solid crunch on the top of it, it's just mushy and more or less flavorless. Right. So you really don't want to play with that too much. But you see how that sheen on the pan kind of starts to form? Like that's how you know, like, she getting close. Let's give it a touch here and see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So you want to always lay the fish away from you, right? If you can.
So you're putting it on seasoned side first. I got you.
Always, yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And then we're not going to necessarily float it in oil, but you don't really want it to stick either. Normally, you'd have a bigger pan, too. We're kind of having to make do today, but that's okay.
I guess just being a customer outside, you don't realize what all it takes to come in and just the freshness of the ingredients.
We say this a lot, but I feel like working in a restaurant should be part of your high school education. You know what I mean? Like until you've ever stepped foot, it's like a different world. Yeah. We tell everybody it's like a modern day pirate ship. Yeah. Because you work in this weird little galley and it's like, it is a different flow than the rest of the world. And a lot of people, they don't understand what it actually is.
Well, kids just don't come out of high school anymore that have those skills. Really, like we used to have home ec when I was in school. That shows my age, but they learn to cook, they learn to sew, they learn to do all these.
And they don't really do that anymore, do they?
No.
All right, so get to this point. Now this is screaming, and like we are in what I would call the danger zone here, right? Like you got to kind of be on your money. But what I like to do is to kind of start basting the top. Okay. And what this does is it just kind of starts pre-cooking it from that top down. Okay. If we were in a bigger pan, this would work better. But kind of just getting the top side introduced.
While you're searing the bottom.
Yeah. Okay. Because this is one of those fish you don't really want to overcook it either, It gets really mushy if you... All right, so we're going to give this a gander. Not yet. In doing it this way, we can just about have the fish cooked through before we ever flip it. My philosophy is I like to stay 70–80% of the way through on the first side before I ever flip anything, right? And then in some places, depending on the fish, like if you were doing a piece of salmon, you would go like 95% of the way through before you flip. Just turn it to heat that kind of bottom side up and then pull it. Yeah, you really don't, that second side, you don't want to go nearly as far. But that's true of a lot of things. Like if I'm cooking steak, I kind of do steak the same way because I want that top side to be really pretty and even. And the bottom side that's on the plate really doesn't matter as much, right? So we go as far as we can. Right, exactly.
Kind of like you can't see both sides at one time.
Nah. And people eat with their eyes, right? Like it's got to look pretty.
Yeah. So this is going to be the bottom side.
Yeah, what we're looking at right now, the customer will never see. And that's Like we are very nearly done here. All right, so give this a flip.
I went home and practiced with Whitney's pretzels the other day. I'm like, man, I think you should put some butter and cinnamon and sugar in it and roll it up and then make a pretzel. And so I did that.
Well,
so I'm all the time experimenting with it.
You learn the principles of how to do this stuff, but then you can apply those principles to so many other things. Like, it would be a shame to have you go home and make the same exact meal, right?
Yeah,
like, the cool thing is that you learn the kind of principles behind it, and then you can apply those to 15, 20 other dishes, right?
Yeah. The girls would love chicken in there.
Yeah, you could do a chicken version easily. Because a lot of folks are not necessarily big fans of crawfish. That's cool.
Oh, I do the crawfish too. The crawfish and chicken.
Personally, I like the crab version the best. Yeah, the crab version and the lobster version are really good. We just don't get a lot of good local lobster around here. You can find some out of Florida, but blue crab is what's going to be commonly available. Right. And then the question becomes, how do you know when she's done? She's done when she breaks.
Okay.
When you kind of press down and you can feel those layers of fish kind of starting to separate, that's a good sign. We're like 90% of the way there now.
Kind of like when the meat separates from the bone, right?
It's sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Because the worst thing, you don't want tough fish. Like, that's really hard for people. So you really want to take this to a place. But the way I say it, this is that fat part. When that, you see how that's starting to break apart when you kind of put your finger in it? It's still a little firm, but like that's close. So you just kind of use your base, right? You just kind of start feeding it oil. So what we'll do here, be very careful. She's delicate at this point.
Right.
Kind of go right down on the plate. Now, all the flavor we just spent all that time building up, we're just going to go in with some broccoli. Normally, you can get whatever side you want, but we had some decent-looking broccoli laying around, so I was like, all right, we'll just kind of do some broccoli around it. So while that kind of browns off, always clean up your edges. This is one of those things I do even if I'm home. Like, you always want to clean your plate up. It's got to look nice. All right, so we have our red fish here now. Then, honestly, you just kind of add as much of this as you like. I like to keep it sparse. I don't just mound it up with a ton of it, right? Like typically that's about all I would add. And then if you wanted to get fancy for like date night at the house, you're gonna hit it with some parsley, a little wedge of lemon, right?
Yeah.
And hubby comes home.
You still see the pretty fish, right?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to completely cover it, right? Because you definitely want to see the fish part of it. Brown these off just a little bit more. So then we can bring this back down now. But it's cool because they're like distinctly different, but they're made out of the same thing. Yeah. That's what I love about it. All right, we're not going to get too crazy with the broccoli. We're just going to soften it up. And you just kind of start to stack in around it. One of my favorite cooks, Chris Bianco, he said you just put things where you think they need to go. Yeah. There's no rule.
This is how you would do it in the restaurant?
Nah, on the restaurant, see, they would order a side, right?
Okay.
And they could order any number of sides. So if it's a special dish and it comes like one way, we would normally do it kind of like this. Yeah. But say everyone that orders a redfish isn't going to get a broccoli, right? So whatever side, they tend to go in a bowl separate because most people just like it that way. Now, if I was doing it at home, I'm for sure going to plate it up, make it look nice just like I want it.
Man, this looks amazing.
Yeah, for 15 minutes effort, it really ain't like a bad deal.
I know. We had so much fun in the kitchen with Bryon a few minutes ago. This is the owner of Landmark, Stephanie, and we want to just do a taste test.
Yeah.
You ready?
Oh yeah. Let's eat.
Let's eat your own food. Yeah. Let's see if you like it.
So guys, I'll deliver y'all something tasty to eat. We're gonna go get ready for lunch.
Okay.
Thanks. Ron.
All right, so we've got the seafood pasta and the red fish.
Yes, these are two of our most popular dishes.
Is it the most ordered?
Those are one of, anything with a crawfish sauce is delicious.
Yeah. So let's try it.
Which one are we doing first?
Let's do this one.
Cajun seafood pasta. Well, there we go. Okay. They did good.
He
That's
did
delicious.
good. That is amazing. I can say I did good too. I helped
You
a
did.
little
Did you
bit.
help?
I
Good.
did. I did. All right. That is amazing. All right.
This is our blackened redfish with the crawfish sauce on top, and I see y'all paired it with broccoli, which is always
Yeah.
a good, healthy choice.
Absolutely. Let's see. Get some of that nice sear he was talking about.
I can't tell you how much of this I've ate over the last 9 years.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Is this one of your favorites too?
It's one of my favorites. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The food was amazing, Stephanie. I enjoyed it. I just enjoyed coming here today. Landmark is located right here on Main Street. How long have you owned Landmark?
Since 2017.
2017,
Yeah.
and y'all have done an addition. Just, people walk by and this is their go-to place, right?
Yeah.
They just want to come in and taste everything. How long has Landmark been Landmark?
Well, from what I understand, because a lot of people have told me over the years, this is the oldest restaurant in Lucedale.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's from what I understand. And it was built in 2017, and they opened it as Pink Green Cafe in 2018.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry, not 2018, 1918.
Okay.
Long time ago.
Okay.
But yeah, from what I understand, it was Pink Green Cafe, and then it went into Taylor's Cafe in the 50s, and then I believe it was the 70s is when it became Landmark Cafe.
Is that when the Tanners had it? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Tanners had it for many years, and then it's just like it's the go-to place here. And Main Street has just built up so much, and
really
everybody
has.
when they move into town, they're like, are there any restaurants? Just go down Main Street. Yeah.
Well, I think it's because of our diverse menu, honestly. You can really come in and get anything you want.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. And even for the kids, you have a great kids menu and all of that, and the famous cheese rolls now.
Yay.
So I think everybody's really loving those. But I guess one of my favorite appetizers is the duck wontons.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
I really love those, but they are really hot, and you have to be really careful with those.
You do, yeah.
They are so good, but everything's good here. So
Well, thank you.
I appreciate you coming and just being with me. I had fun with the kitchen with Bryon, and just come see Stephanie and Bryon at the Landmark Cafe in Lucedale, and we appreciate you watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to any of my channels, and we'll see you next time at Right at Home.